Right. So today I'm gonna try once again a cup. To be precise, this crucible, that's a China bone crucible, or some type of high temperature resistant ceramic material. Yeah, so I'm gonna attempt to copy this and use that as a prototype and get a copy of that in iron, cast iron. Specifically for that one, I made this casting flask. Yeah, so the drag and the cope. Let's start. Yeah, I need another tool for that. So this is a very thin, so the reason why I chosen this crucible, because has very thin walls. It's about 2 or 3 millimeters thick only. So that should make it, I don't know, yeah, but it should yield, if it works, it should yield a very thin walled cast iron cup that is not too heavy. Because I don't really want to get a heavy, clunky iron cup. It should be, the best would be to get a very lightweight iron cup. But of course that is tricky, because with them thin walls, could happen that the iron is gonna cool down too quickly and don't get a well-filled mold. Yep. It's the first time I use this mold, so I have no experience with that one. Okay, I think it. Yeah, we are about to be ready to cast. So the iron is almost liquid. I'm typically gonna give it 5 minutes time in order to melt thoroughly. I'm gonna stir it with a graphite bar just to check that there are no lumps left. And when I think it is everything's nice and liquid, then I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna try to cast this cup. Yeah, so we will see. So this is a setup, my induction heater, the coil. The coil has about 8 turnings. It's a 6 mm copper pipe, 6 mm diameter or outer diameter. Graphite crucible insulated with a ceramic wool, and then this all covered with some high temperature resistant ceramic. Don't really need to be that heat resistant. Yeah, we see temperature is quite low here, so well insulated, but it's white hot from the inside. And everything else here on this, the system stays cool. It's all air cooled besides the coil, so that looks good. Let's have a look inside here. So here, see, iron is melting. So we're gonna give it some more time. Then here's the casting flask in the sand bath, weighed down with a piece of steel, and the sprue is still covered by that cover, just to avoid that no dirt falls inside when I'm handling here, because that would be not so good to get some dirt inside the mold. And yeah, power consumption at the moment is 1.8 kilowatts. So it typically drops once it gets all very hot. Probably has to do with the graphite, with the inductivity of the graphite. Yeah, it is like it is. And yeah, let's see. Sorry. Alrighty. Before it cools down too much, just gonna cast a bar out of the rest. But I would say that at least from the casting, it went very good. Can't really complain about that. Okay, we can see that didn't work here. The form didn't really consolidate. Yeah, so that was what I said. The core was off center. You probably got very good here on that side, but too thin on that side. Yeah. Yeah, so what happened was that the core broke off either before or during the casting process. In any ways, iron flowed in between where the core was attached to the cope, and then this pushed the core down to the bottom of the cup and resulted in incomplete closure of the cup. So that failed, was not really a success this time. That's how it sometimes is with a new shape. You don't really have the experience how the cavity will fill up. So the only thing to do now is to recycle that iron and try it a second time. That it is how it sometimes is casting. It's a trial and error thing. Nevertheless, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time at Casting with Iron.